Alright, I just want to do a quick little review here of the 8BitDo Ultimate C wired controller for Xbox. You see it has lights and stuff in there, but I don't have that on because it's not plugged in. But I just want to do a quick look at this. Not going to go over all the bells and whistles. This is just a quick review of my time using this for a little while here. I played some number of hours on here, a few different genres of games and things, so I just want to share my 2 cents on this. Mainly I wanted this because of these sticks right here. These are Hall Effect sticks. And they feel pretty normal, like, typical sticks for any controller or anything, they're fine. But because they're Hall Effect sticks, they're, I guess, supposedly immune, or at least very resistant to drift, which has been the biggest problem plaguing all of my, absolutely plaguing my controllers. So having these not drift is going to be great, and hopefully that continues to be the case. I guess I can update this review if, or something, if that, happens anyways. That's the main reason I wanted to have these. This is the catalyst because the sticks on my main Xbox controller actually broke for the Series X controller. So I wanted a replacement, and this kind of won out for that. Also, the triggers are Hall Effect triggers, which don't really matter because they feel normal to me. I never really had problems with the triggers, but they also are Hall Effect. I guess that's good. You can also hold this little button here in the middle on this little star. If you hold that, then it turns into hair trigger modes. And if you push these at all once they detect anything, then they will go immediately rather than waiting until they're at a certain point to activate, which is, I guess, again, all the Hall Effect stuff is more sensitive, and I will say that I did have to calibrate the sticks for a couple of games. I had to turn the sensitivity down because these are pretty sensitive, but I guess that's a good problem to have, and this sounds like a good thing for, again, like the sticks and for the hair trigger thing. Sounds like good for, competitive gaming. The downside, of course, is the fact that if you're holding this button, you can't really, use this stick or the other stick down here really while you're holding it. So it's going to hinder movement or aiming or something when you have hair trigger enabled. So I don't know how useful that is. This button's also used to change other settings and things. Primarily stuff like, changing the lighting around. There's rings around here like the box showed. The rings around here light up and the ring around this lights up, but they don't really help anything, so you can change them to colors and stuff and whatever. I don't really care. I just kind of have them on kind of dimly just to be on, and they'll kind of flash when the controller's asleep or whatever. I don't know why it needs to go to sleep. It's not like it's wasting battery really. It's a wired controller. You can still unplug it from here. And it's just a USB-C thing. So I think you might be able to. I don't know if you need this specific cord or if you can just change the cord and use a generic USB-C to USB-A if I can find the other end of this cable. You could probably just use any cable to replace it if you need to. Supposedly it has another end. It's right here, USB-A. So yeah. Most of the other things I think are pretty normal, all these buttons for these things, the face buttons, the whatever, bumpers that they call it. It's got a nice two-tone color to it. It's got the audio jack for that for headsets still. No back buttons or anything to deal with, but it does still have the texture on the back here. So that's good. The only other thing that's really worth mentioning here is the D-pad. You notice it is not the shield design of a Series X controller like I had before. And actually, I don't know how much you can hear the click in that. It's not a loud click, but there is a dull click there that you can feel when you're doing directions. So, it's maybe not as satisfying for, not as satisfying for the diagonals or anything, but you can at least feel that little bit of click. That may be something you want. A good compromise between the audio and the feel of the feedback, the mushy yet clicky kind of feel, or it might be an unhappy medium between these things if you want either extreme. I don't know. But it's it is that, and I guess, I don't know, that's probably the biggest make or break thing is going to be that D-pad. And actually, again, I like the two-tone color thing. I like how it feels. It does feel almost a little not as big. It probably, I don't know, I didn't really measure. I think it feels a little less bulky than a Series X controller. Probably feels closer to a Switch Pro controller, kind of You know, I mean, it's a little bit, you know, more angular over here, but you're not really touching there that much. So it, you know, it's got some design cues of other controllers. But yeah, that's pretty much everything I think I had to say about this quick. I've been really liking this controller, and I actually don't remember how much it costs, so maybe I can find that real quick here, and hopefully I remember to edit this part of the video. So it looks like this controller's going for about like $35 or so, and I think that, you know, yeah, you're not getting wireless with it, but like other than that, if you don't mind having it wired, I do think that the Hall effect sticks are just going to be probably worth it for the rest of it being also a decent controller. I think, like, you know, you're still getting all, like, you know, the headphone jack thing, whatever. You're still getting all the buttons and everything. The lighting, if you like it, that might be a plus. And I guess, again, the D-pad's going to be the biggest make or break here. If you want a regular style, like a shield style one, or a more traditional one, or a clicky one, or whatever, like, this might not be what you want. But everything else is pretty good, I think. And I have had like zero issues with it as far as just playing like normal. I'm not really thinking about it that much when I'm playing anymore. So it is a good, solid controller. I would recommend it. Just want to do a quick little review of that as it is a more realistic thing of how I'm using it, instead of being like, look at all the fancy features and everything you can do, even though you're never going to notice or care about that shit for like 90% of people using it. So that is the 8BitDo. Ultimate. What's the thing called? That is the 8BitDo Ultimate C wired controller for Xbox. And I already used my month of Game Pass thing. I already gave that away. So sorry, I should have waited and gave it to somebody in the comments here, but I didn't think of it because I'm an idiot.